That's definitely a big difference in 3s and 5s. Like one of the bigger ones is that each team has access to the enemy team's gold, like resources much easier than they do in 5s. Because in 5s, like you invade one quadrant of the jungle, they still have another quadrant. There's so much access to gold in 5s because it's such a big map. But in 3s, like you can shut down people's income, and then they just don't make any gold at that point.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
Okay.
I do not tolerate cowardice.
Darius ban comes out. That's interesting.
Pretty sure we had a Darius ban last time too from this side.
Was there? Okay.
So the red side banned the ADCs, yeah, Jhin, Xayah. And the left side banned like Xin, Darius.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep, Darius is in. You're right. They're sticking to their guns. So Akila's fanboy have to. This is match point for them. They just need to win it.
Cure for fools.
Oh right,
And they are the
yes,
champions of the tournament.
Yes.
Doubt is the greatest enemy.
Master Yi ban. They heard us talking about it earlier. Very interesting.
Fine, I'll just be
That's
over
the
here.
Xayah ban.
Sharpening.
So same bans on red side as there were last time. They banned out those champions, if I recall. Okay, Nunu pick does come through. First time we've seen Nunu. Now it's time for the Bloomin team to. They can hide their hyper if they want, and I think that's probably what they should do here. Kale is open. I wonder, do you pick like Kale Braum maybe? Like maybe you pick Kale here as.
Just deny them the pick. Oh, they actually.
No.
Whoa. Okay.
Are they taking a page from the AP hyper? I would imagine it's Orianna support, right? But I said that last time. I said that last time, and I was wrong then. If we see a trundle, we know what's going on. It's Vel'Koz hyper.
Oh, Orianna hyper. Oh, that's the karma.
Let's see. Yeah, let's see what ADC they pick with this, because it's got to be like a Varus, maybe like a.
And Kale is open. It can still be Kale.
Yeah. I mean, when you see a Nunu pick, you're thinking probably Kale, right? Because they've seen all the ADCs banned.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you're thinking of Kale. What's Vel'Koz Orianna doing to stop the Kale? Oh my lord. What is happening? Fiddlesticks hovered for a brief second there.
What are they gonna end up with?
So this is Orianna Hypercarry. This was a thing, right? This was a thing last season briefly. I think, yeah. But this was back when Orianna was really strong, and then they like nerfed a lot of her kit. So it's a throwback, I guess. Orianna Hyper. This is look at these teams. There's no physical damage to be found.
This is really interesting, guys. Let's have a quick look. I have to swap those two players.
Holy cow. Yeah,
Okay, what to expect here again. This is gonna be so great again.
Let's start off with the obvious. There is no way to stop Vel'Koz ult.
That's true, yeah.
You have to have a well-placed Kale ult, try to, Karma E ult your way out of it as a team. There's no way to shut down the Vel'Koz ult. That's happy Vel'Koz.
Exactly.
Orianna Hyper, as I remember it, is just a lot about like harassing, and it's just very reliant on her kind of basic combo, getting kills and whatnot. So they're going to be looking for like QW ult from Orianna into Vel'Koz ult kind of thing with the Alistar wombo. Also ball delivery, I guess, from Alistar.
Yeah.
But that being said, I am looking at this Kale, and I'm wondering how they're gonna contest the jungle of the Kale. Because that's one of the ways you shut her down, right? Like if she has access to 3
Yeah.
camps for like 10 minutes, you just lose. Like it's really hard to come back from that against a Kale.
It's gonna be
So-
really interesting to see here. Like I have no clue how strong the Ori Alistair combo is. I guess they are stronger than the Kale Nunu early. I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
That being
But,
said, like Kale Nunu is almost designed to lose 2v2s. You just
Yeah.
clear the jungle really fast with the eat and then the lane shove with W and Nunu Q.
True.
So you just kind of accept that you lose 2v2s and just avoid them.
Okay, so we have about 140 left.
What are the runes like?
Yeah. So Nunu has Guardian with boots and
Inspiration.
Cosmic Inspiration. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Karma has Airy and boots and Cosmic. So CDR. Kale has Lethal Tempo and Resolve with Bone Plating and
Oh, Resolve.
Merciless,
That's interesting. So she has no AP, or from her runes. at
Exactly.
least.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Vel'Koz has Comet and Resolve too.
Ooh, passive versus Karma. I don't know if I like that. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, Karma can
Yeah.
be a lane bully. She totally can, but I feel like your comp is trying to overwhelm them early and not like resolve.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Alistair actually has Aftershock and Inspiration too, but he has Futures Market and Cosmic Insight, so no boots.
No boots. Okay.
And Ori has Summon Airy and Inspiration with Stopwatch and Cosmic Insight.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
I'm quickly gonna refill my water. I will be right back.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay. Perfect timed.
Yep. Good stuff. So if we want to see more games between these teams, we need the Oriana team to win, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm kind of
Exactly.
rooting for that because I'd like it to go to a third game. But that being said, I mean, Kale Nunu Karma is scary. I totally see where that's going late game. It kind of comes down to how much the Orionic can really just shut down their access to gold.
Definitely, yeah. Okay.
Pretty typical stuff seen both so far. Both APs went Doran's Ring Talisman. Targon's double Doran's bot. Nothing's really out of the ordinary, I'd say.
Yeah, pretty much just basic stuff. No invading shenanigans yet. I mean, they look like they wanna invade here. Let's have a look if they go.
They might. I mean, Nunu smite, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty scary. I think they might just go for it. You're supposed to go at around minute 1. They are gonna not even contest. Well, they're not gonna know. They're not even gonna check.
Okay, they're gonna go for the wolves here just.
They're gonna hold smite too.
Oh, that's really good for the kill.
Yeah, she got a hold. That's really good for the Kale. We're talking about a Kale taking the first camp.
Without
That is
smite, yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to go top right away, but they're gonna catch the wave. Miss like 1 or 2.
That being said, yeah, there will be a little bit of a
Actually,
fight.
2, yeah.
Yeah, there will be a little bit of a fight there, which is smart. I personally feel kind of like maybe you don't go airy on Oriana Hyper. Maybe that's like a little bit too team oriented when you're supposed to be like majority of your team's resources kind of thing. but I don't know what else you'd go, frankly. So electrocute.
Electrocute would be, I mean, it's quite some burst, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Kale is really aggressive there. Oh, nice. Dodges the Alistair Q.
Yeah, they could put a lot of damage if Alistar makes mistakes like that, makes any sort of mistake.
Kale has no level in her Q yet though, so she can like slow him even more.
Yeah.
Ah, the new attack speed one. I don't know, 3 auto attacks?
So they can get wolves here if they want it, and they do. No, man, do not give them a second set of wolves.
They are contesting this though.
Oh, they are, and they
Oh,
go ahead
Alistair?
and they smited, yeah. Alistar is looking like he's in trouble. Vel'Koz doesn't really have a lot. That's first blood to Kayle. Exhaust used onto Orianna. They're running her down. She flashes the Karma ult. Gets chased. Ignite down from Nunu. She looks like she's safe, though.
Oof.
Very interesting turn of events. And
Actually
that's gonna
getting
let Kayle
this
get
camp now
camps.
too.
Yeah. Just does not have the damage. Kayle's self-healing and clear time, so just too much.
Kale also still had the flash up there and Orianna didn't have flash, so if Kale wanted she could have committed even more. But played it safe, so definitely fine.
It's actually crazy. They put out so much pressure onto the Kayle just then, but the Karma Shield really just shut it all down.
Yeah. Taking the bot wave now, cause the AP took the top wave. GG go
In the
next.
interest of fairness. I mean, the thing is, like, I don't know if you're okay. So say you're playing like a bruiser, like something like an Alawi against the Kayle.
Yeah.
You can build adaptive helm and feel pretty good about it. I don't feel like you can do that on Orianna or Vel'Koz. Your strategy is a lot more about controlling the distance of the enemy team rather than like being up in their face.
Definitely, yeah. And a good kill can deny like the Orianna ult from the damage wise. Something like that.
Orianna grabs the camp back out of revenge for all the camps they stole from her. They actually get 2 camps back because the Kayle really needs to back on 1.7.
She got a stinger and boots now.
Yeah, and a dagger.
Kama was back already too, and Vel'Koz wasn't yet, so she has 2 amplifying tomes.
The farm's roughly even, but the difference in gold is on the hyper for the first blood.
Some trading top. Kayle actually getting poked.
If this goes to 6 items, I can hardly imagine the Orianna team winning. I just don't see it happening.
This is so insane then, yeah. Because Nunu also brings a lot to Karma then. Like if he bot boys up the Karma, like for example if the Kayle isn't around or so, the Karma gets a lot more damage too.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, even though Nunu got nerfed a bit, but still. So Aran is level 6, Kayle is not Kayle is not level 6 yet, she just got it now, so that's that again.
Vel'Koz level 6, Karma is not level 6. Not that it matters that
Alistair
much.
just missed the Q on the jungle camp.
Oh, that's bad.
Caught on camera.
So this is pretty interesting. The Orianna, it looks like, is actually a little bit ahead on farm, despite all of that. But you have this doomsday clock ticking down with the Kayle. So
I guess once Orianna finishes the jungle item, they can be more aggressive. Because that's a I think a good power spike for her.
Potions coming out from the Alistar.
The potions again, yeah. He bought them last game too.
Karma backs, she has the standard Blasting Wand double amp tome. We saw that last game, I think.
Yeah. Vel'Koz has a lost chapter, so
yeah,
he's gonna be a bit better with the mana.
Lots of pressure going out from that lethal tempo Kale.
It's just so many attacks once she actually hits you. Yeah, that's a good point actually. Kale getting a wit's end.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'd totally be on board with that. That seems really smart. The ult coming out from Vel'Koz does force the flash. Very well played on Vel'Koz's part. Karma had the foresight to flash that too. Sometimes it's hard to tell whether it's going to run out in time, but I think that would have just barely killed her. So
yeah,
definitely
nice.
good not to be greedy by her. Yeah, I could totally see Wit's End. The problem is like Kale's build is so set in stone.
Yeah.
Like you need Nashor's Tooth and Ginsu's Rage Blade. That's a requirement.
Exactly.
How long you can delay Red Smite with Blood Razor is kind of up in the air. Maybe you can just get like an empty red or something. But after you finish those 3 items and boots, then you can think about, you know, the last items, last 2. Wit's End definitely should be in there though.
Oh, Vel'Koz.
Getting smacked. Not doing that much
Yeah.
that yet. She does not have Nashers. That much is apparent.
Still enough damage. Yeah, the thing was, they tried to, I don't know, bait someone or so, or engage on them with Vel'Koz ult down, so...
Yeah, that is a weird decision.
Oh,
Q coming in, ult follows up. Is that an ignite? They ignited the Nunu because just because
So
the Kale had
close.
ult. She
Yeah.
could have saved it and ignited the Kale. It would have been probably a guaranteed kill.
Kale survives with about 50 HP there.
Yeah. That's a really difficult. That's the type of decision making. It's really difficult to do as support in the moment because you have to you go in, you have to make like a split second. Who am I igniting? Who am I exhausting? And
Yeah.
igniting Kale, I think probably would have killed there, but.
It just shows though that they have a lot of damage still, and if they catch them, they can contest the Kale for now.
You're
But
right,
Kale
that's
has
the Runic
Nashers
Echoes
now.
completed. You
Yeah.
made that call. If they complete Runic Echoes, they can play really aggressively. The Nashers comes out though, which means that their damage isn't, slouching by any means. Low health, Alistar does not have ult.
Vel'Koz is ult now though, so this could be a kill here. Yeah.
That is a
very
kill on Nunu.
nice. Oh,
Alistar's kind of getting whacked a bit. He gets the exhaust down, but that's
Oh.
really late exhaust. That is a ridiculously late exhaust. This should be a kill. Almost certainly is a kill onto the Kale. One would hope.
nope.
With any imagination, one would hope.
Karma,
please
maybe?
kill the Karma, please. Okay. They killed
Okay.
Karma. Kale escapes with their life. Do we want to talk about how slow the Alistar was to exhaust the Kale? Because he had exhaust that entire time as she's whacking on him.
Damn.
Oh, looking for it. Oh, close.
He might
Does
have
not
survived
moved,
it
so-
if he did it earlier then.
Yeah,
Because
if he'd
Kale
exhaust-
actually flashed in there too.
If he'd exhausted to start that, he would have lived through the Kale, no doubt. Kale is ridiculously weak against exhaust, so yeah, it would have probably been enough.
Yeah.
That being said, Vel'Koz getting strong against Kale is very good.
Holding the wave there.
I think we got to see a little bit of I think NA's hesitancy to play Nunu. I think
Okay.
he's a good pick. He has a lot of
Yeah.
he's very solid with certain champs, but that little bit of the hesitancy is what does he do there? He just gets Vel'Koz ulted and just kind of waddles away.
Pretty much, yeah.
That being said,
He can
what's
be
the issue with
abused
Kale?
easily, but if played correctly, this combo, it's just really strong.
Yeah, for sure. She's only getting bigger. I mean, at 10 minutes, it's even gold. 11 minutes, even gold. That is not where you want to be.
Actually, 500 gold advantage for the Kale in comparison to the Orianna there.
Yeah, that is not what you want. So all the gold leads just on Vel'Koz because it kills. That's not what you want to be at. She's gonna go for a very traditional secondary Blood Razor build, which I think is sensible. At least that's what it looks like. Maybe she's going
Yeah.
empty red. Looks like Morellonomicon being picked up secondary for Orianna. I think that's a very sensible pick. You don't need to, necessarily rush Void Staff
Yeah.
or Wood Blitz or anything like that.
Red team actually gonna get the tower here.
Yeah. Very very solid. They actually have turret control. They're 2 turrets up. Mid-game power spike team is using their mid-game power spike.
That's what we want to see.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad it's at least a game. Like, at least they're pressuring, trying to clear out jungle. They get the wolf camp here. Like, stuff's happening.
We have the exhaust up soon again. No flashes on the hypers.
Nunu has everything. Karma has everything. She's not in any danger at all.
Oh,
Whoa, that's too much. That is a lot. He
Nunu actually
gets the exhaust
exhausted.
from Nunu, though. Yeah, that was very good. Very fortunate. I'm just taking a bit of a beating. I think he's safe, though. Kale does not ult, and I actually agree with that. A lot of people would have ult. Okay, well, she didn't ult at all. Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying.
but I know what you want to say. You just don't ult your support or anything.
Right,
Just
exactly.
save yourself, more or less.
Yeah, it's much better to save it for yourself. Just like, Nunu's a health battery. His best case scenario is dying for you and taking the damage that you would have taken. So it's perfectly fine to let Nunu die, but... Yeah, she wasn't able to ult herself. She is actually going for the empty red, the Kale. She's going for the empty red and she's going to rush against you. I think that is probably the best call at this point. You need that to come online very soon.
She doesn't need the health damage with the from the Blood Racer that much. Yeah. And she's 3 and 1, so she gonna have the Ginsus.
Let's see. I think it's. I don't know my Ginsu's math that well. I think
in
it's
total.
Like,
how much is it in
like
total?
1,500. I think she's like 1,500 in that position. I think.
Yeah.
Roughly, and she has 1,000 in the bank, so. She's
Sounds
getting
about
close. Right. I think it's 1,000 with full items, and it's with like full, build-ins, and it's an amplifying tome.
Yeah. Sounds about right. 1,500, yeah.
Okay, that's a flash from Vel'Koz. Does not ult. I don't think it would have done anything anyways.
Yeah, they weren't really low anything. Oh, that karma damage.
Karma uses her ult. Shouldn't say blows it, it's like a 8-second cooldown. It's already halfway up.
How much is it? 35, unless she hits people with
spells and whatnot. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Orianna's kind of hard to evaluate as a hyper or scaling, but it seems like it's not going to go up from here. It seems like this is probably about the high point for her.
She went Morello second item.
I mean, I'm on board with that. It's going to help a little bit against the healing that Kale has, because, otherwise it's like 300 healing.
Yeah. Doesn't do anything against the Karma Shield, sadly, but
that's true.
Kale actually has a Rage Blade now. Ginsu's
they need
finished.
to make Grievous Wounds affect shields and then buff heal shield items, in my opinion. As an enchanter player in 5s, that's my opinion.
Yeah. The next fight is gonna be really interesting.
Yeah, for sure. It comes down to, they had this awesome CC chain that they can put out on Kale, and it comes down to like how the Kale Nunu team deals with that CC chain. Because if they deal with it, then they have nothing. Like, they have legitimately nothing to... Like, the Kale team just crushes them. She just walks through all after that. So, Valma rush, pretty safe. They're both tanking it. I wouldn't do that. They're looking for the Karma. If Karma gets out of here safely, which I don't think she is going to. No, oh, and she still dies. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That would have been tilting.
It was the wrong tower anyways.
Oh, yeah, wow. I'm completely disoriented, so that's why. Yeah.
But yeah, they got the spider there for a death.
Yeah, Valma for a death, that is worth it. That is 100% worth it. That being said, they're going to shut down the Valma. It's just the Valma's going to be gold and taking it off the map. Which is worth something.
Alistar?
Looking for Kale, probably not going to get it. Kale gets the ult perfectly
timed. I think the Orianna ult missed there. At least
does have ults.
Ooh.
And they do a lot of damage to Kale, but Kale has her Rage Blade up and active. Shreds the Alistar. That was through Alistar's ult, by the way. Yeah. For those people curious. He did, in fact, ult during that.
I do think the Orianna ult missed the Kale there. I'm not 100% sure, but I think she didn't, get this positioned there. Like get
I
closer
think
to the middle.
It looked like to me that it hit, but Kale got the ult like as it was pulling her in, so the damage didn't hit. Is what it looked like to me. I could be wrong.
Okay.
Because it looked like everything landed more or less.
Yeah.
It's just the Kale ulted. This is gonna be Karma very aggressively pursuing.
Ooh, taking a lot of damage here.
Huge amount of damage.
But
from
Oriana
passive.
is...
Oriana is out of position. Alistar is nowhere there. Has to flash. Trading damage back and forth, but this allows the Kale to clear camps. Bot lane turret is very vulnerable. Maybe we'll actually see blue team get on the board with turrets.
There's a
Bot
big
turret
wave
pretty
hitting
healthy.
the tower top.
Yeah, bot turrets. Actually, both turrets are healthy for red team. We're seeing very close to Oriana having her second big power spike moment, which is her Wooglets.
Yep.
She's still about 800 gold away, 750. KL, meanwhile, is fully online with that build.
And Nunu has the Zeeks now, so
Zeeks, yeah,
even
that's
more
pretty-
damage.
Pretty disgusting. But the funny thing about Nunu with Zeeks, of course, like it's great with Kale, but he just has to like tempo his ult out at the start of the fight, and then let her use it.
Just clearing the channel there.
Yeah, they're looking kind of suspicious. I would dive this Karma. I would think about diving the Karma. Right? Yeah, I would totally think about
Yeah,
it.
I guess they had to, yeah.
Yeah, but they
Especially
can't
since
now.
they saw like the Kale bot side clearing the jungle there.
Vel'Koz is gonna show. Oh no! What are you doing, Vel'Koz?
He
He's
doesn't have
full!
flash. He doesn't have flash.
He has barrier. He is dead. That
Oh
is
boy.
deader than dead.
Oh, Alistair. Face checks there.
Alistar has all.
Well,
dead,
now he's
right?
dead too.
Yeah, you do not. Alistar ult versus Kale does not go favorably. I mean, look at the KDA of blue team. That is exactly what you expect from a Kale hyper carry.
Just
This is
kill
scary.
the
They're
support,
gonna
yeah.
lose, they're gonna lose 2 turrets and counting. Why
And
are people
Ori
just
is
waiting
dead.
around in bushes?
Oh, he's dead too now.
Okay,
Oh.
that's the stopwatch. They just leave her. Yeah, leave her for dead. That is going to be a lot. Not, you know, exactly ending of the game, but it's definitely calling to question how they're actually going to shut down the Kale movie. Well, they're not
Exactly.
actually getting anything. They got like 2 camps and they don't even get a turret.
Was Kale open in the first game too? I wonder.
Yeah, I think she was.
Yeah.
She was.
Pretty much.
I mean, is Kale weaker than Jhin? Did they really want Jhin to not get through and let Kale through?
I think so. Like,
I've seen Jhin. It
yeah.
seems like pretty strong, but I don't know. Kale is just a ticking time bomb.
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
She gets the wit's ends. Twitch chat, you called it.
There we go.
I
Before
don't know
the
what she does with the item, honestly. I don't even think like you get yellow at this point because I think she's like over CDR or she's over attack speed cap with Nunu.
yeah, she could just get the AP one. Or
Runic
Syndra.
Echoes. Runic Echoes procs on her E when she hits with it, so
Yeah.
I'm down with that. They have to
Oh,
know that Vel'Koz
oh.
is there. Look for that. Okay, this is the. Okay, he ults kind of at a bad time, a little bit of a bad time.
Yeah, Kale
Still
is
killed the
also.
Nunu, by the way. Kale running away. I think that's a dead Kale.
Ooh.
Oh god.
So
Oh,
close.
okay, that was so close.
Oh, and Kama
loses
misses the
Wooglets.
flash Q.
She was yeah. Misses the flash Q.
Oh boy. They got the Kale
They
though.
are.
Oh, Vel'Koz.
Oh, that was onto Vel'Koz. Vel'Koz
Oh,
sneaking away. Oh,
she's
what
gonna
is
get the
happening?
Vel'Koz too.
What is happening?
Is
If
she?
they had just, yeah, she dies to W at this point. I think. If she, you know what's funny? If she had just stayed,
Yeah.
if she had just stayed on the Vel'Koz, both the Oriana and the Vel'Koz had stayed together, they would have been fine. I think. Oh yeah, sneaky Vel'Koz. He actually is gonna show. That's pretty funny.
Oh boy.
That was, I mean, it's good that they killed Kale. You can, it's hard to say that it isn't a good thing that they were able to get that kill off,
Yeah.
but. Ooh, Ooh, okay. So by the way, Kale starts with buying Red Blood Razor, refunds it, and then buys a Hex Drinker, which I think is a smart call. Look at all that magic resist she has now.
That's a lot, yeah.
And if she gets Maw, like proccing that passive and then ulting, she's gonna have so much lifesteal and spell vamp.
That's a lot, yeah. Kale should probably just buy some magic resist, yeah.
Alistar 1 level behind, Kale, or Orianna a level behind as well.
Alistair actually got a Spectre Skull too.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, she's going for the adaptive, which I mean, I guess like you make a read on how the game's going. That like you're kind of getting your butt kicked by Kale most of the
Yeah.
time, so maybe that's just the item you go. But they're kind of treating the Alistar like a tank more than a support, which I guess you kind of have to with double mage.
Yeah. It's like here. Kill the cow first.
Yeah. Still would be nice to see him with like a Zeke's maybe for like the auto attacks from Ori. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe not a Zeke's. Maybe a like a
Oh
Vow.
boy. Spider's up and the red team is not anywhere
they
close.
have to be aware of that though, right?
Yeah. I think they pinged it just now. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting stuff going on. This is a weird fight. Yeah, because they're just gonna say, okay, what are you gonna do about it? They're gonna base race.
But they're never gonna beat the Kale with the Nunu and Spider
They're not
buff.
going to, but if they trade inhibs, I don't know who's that.
Karma is actually going back there. I mean, they're gonna get the inhibs.
No, they're
Actually,
all
they are
going.
faster, yeah.
They
There
should've-
wasn't no auto
I
to
cannot
it.
believe this. Is Kale not going to go for the inhibitor? I guess they're afraid of ending, aren't they? Yeah, they're probably afraid of ending. Man, that was really.
Oh,
well
look at the
played.
damage.
Oh, and they're going for it. That's not worth it. That's not worth it. You're too far. Oh, that was a good attempt. You know what? And here we are mocking the Orianna, and that they're playing to the bitter end of that macro play.
Damn.
They say you get Valma, we get your inhib. That's pretty cool. Kale Nunu probably should look for a fight here. I'm fully on board with that. At least
Okay.
take their altar or something.
Yeah, they should definitely take that. Red team has both ults right now, so they're missing their movement speed.
They don't have a wave here for bot though.
Yeah, the wave is in the base.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of which, they adaptive finished by Alistar. Nunu has his 3 items as well. He has opted for the redemption.
Orianna has a void staff. I'm not sure if she had it before, but
She didn't. I think she just
Yeah.
got it.
that's big too.
That is really big. That's a very big deal. So this is really Orianna is not going to get any. This is her spike. Like I'd be looking for elixirs if I was her, because you need to close this game out.
Yeah. Although she misses like 500 gold on an elixir there, so. Oh.
Yeah. I mean.
Oh, I didn't
Oh,
hit anyone.
they should have stayed. Well, I guess. Yeah.
What?
Oh. Awkward.
And the white flag comes
White
out.
flag. The white flag comes in. I mean, I think one thing that's probably not talked about too much is like keeping your morale high in these games is pretty hard.
Yeah.
Like if you're the team who knows that you're getting outscaled as you're getting outscaled, and you need to make these accurate plays to end the game, it's hard to stay focused. Like, because all you're thinking about is like, all right, well, we don't have very much time before we just flat out lose.
Pretty
That being
much,
said,
yeah.
I like how they're playing it because the Kale beats them in an outright fight. So they're trying to look for cheese. They're trying to look for as much split as they can, actively avoiding, fighting the Kale.
Yeah, Kale is full item now. Full 6 items.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
She opted for Wit's End and Maw to round out her build.
they might have. No, okay. They're out.
Yeah, they're gonna play
catching.
passive here. So if you're the Kale team, you just wait for your inhib to come back up, and then you treat the game like normal.
Exactly, yeah.
That's all you have to do.
When do we have Valmol? Let's have a look real quick. 29:11 is Valmol. So 3 minutes. No wait, 27:11. Sorry, bad math.
Really? Okay. So the inhib shouldn't be long then.
Yeah.
Alright, they secure their altar. Probably just gotta try to look for these fights, you know, as clean as you can. They see a split.
Oh.
They're going for the Kale, but the Kale, of course, is gonna get her ult in. Both hypers flash. Go ahead and blow Wooglets here.
Yeah,
But
that's
this is a disgustingly strong Kale, and it is they land everything. They
Vel'Koz
get
doesn't
most
have
pass,
anything left
Vel'Koz
though.
stuff. Yeah, that is going to be game. That's gonna close it out, I think.
Pretty sure they have a small wave here, but
Yeah.
with this wave they can. Oh. And Alistair quit the game.
And the surrender.
And they surrendered.
That was very well played. Kale, the inevitability of Kale just really coming in strong there. They played, you know what, the Vel'Koz team really set up that fight well. They had exactly what they wanted, but the Kale ult came down, and she just slaughtered them through it. That's really what it came down to. Of course, if you look at damage done as a team, it's definitely in favor of red side. They put out a lot of pressure with the double mages.
Yeah, definitely. Like the damage together. Although Kale like had the most damage for all of them, but like Vel'Koz and Orana were so close with the damage together.
I feel a little bad for the Alistar building Adaptive Helm there, because while it was like relevant earlier in the game when he was kind of getting caught out by this Kale and getting whacked on, you know, it's not relevant in the later parts of the game because she just ignores him, right?
Yeah.
Like, she just goes.
And he
up
didn't
walls.
have the item early on where he needed it, so.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I don't know if there's a lot of itemization that really would have helped against that. Like even a vow, you know, like a vow on the Orianna wouldn't have helped. I guess the idea with Wooglets there is to cancel out the Kale ult, kind of, but
Yeah.
it doesn't quite work out that way.
Because while you and Wooglets, your team dies.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, it just allowed the Nunu to like just walk up and position himself
And
over
ult,
you
yeah.
and ult, and then also the Zeke's damage comes out and just obliterates you.
Yeah. I would have really liked to have seen a third game. It's unfortunate we didn't get to see it, but nonetheless, still a very cool series, very cool tournament.
Yeah, definitely. And we saw, I mean, an Nivea Hyper, right, winning. And
Yeah, the Nivea Hyper I think is the highlight of the tournament for me personally.
pretty
I have to
much,
say.
yeah. It's always the EU and E guys. Like last tournament, we had in the finals in the third game with the Rumble pick in the bot lane against Cassio, who just destroyed
Wow.
them.
Yeah.
So it's a lot
Very
of fun.
well done tournament. Congratulations to Akila's fanboy. Excellent.